If you ever pass out, the NFL buy your brain. They tell nobody. They buy your brain.
Really?
Of course. They got
the NFL buys your brain after
yes.
you die.
I just caught a ferry. Ferry landed on me.
You know, we end World War III. Instagram is World War III.
John Cena took the humiliation ritual to a whole nother level. People
They don't like me in Hollywood.
Why do they not like you?
I don't wear dresses. I don't do that stuff on TV.
I'm gonna give it to you raw. Parents, make sure that you don't get.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? By today's title and thumbnail, you already know what to expect. It's another crazy episode of things that are going to change your mind and possibly change your reality. Make sure if you all enjoy this video that you give it a huge like. It will be highly appreciated. The more likes this video get, the higher that it will rank in the algorithm. So let's go ahead and break this matrix. But let's go and get into this video right now. I know I be talking too much, but hopefully you enjoy it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Here's the real reason why celebrities always say this in a song. Every time you hear celebrities put these lyrics into a song is because they're contributing these gods into it, which is exactly why they play it into a loop in order to put it into your subconscious mind. Now, this is not the only god that they have done this with. But then again, you guys let me know what you think, because it cannot be a coincidence that these top artists are putting it into their song.
I think that this might be a reach, because I mean, I call mine Nana Nana. I know some people be like, Nana, Nana. Like, I don't think that it's any type of ritual or anything like that. So I personally think that this could be reaching. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this down below. I don't think that this is anything of importance.
They don't got abortion clinics at the border. They're telling us as American women, specifically black American women, we need to abort our children. But if you coming across the border with your baby, oh, come to the land of milk and honey, the great land of opportunity. We'll take care of you. Joe Biden even said, I'll give illegal immigrants coming across the border $400,000 a piece. Can you imagine if they were to go to that black single mother living in the hood? Not even $400,000. Offer $4,000, because I know some black women that can make something jump with $4,000. Offer her $40,000. You know why they'll never give us that? Because they know that we'll never need them again. Welfare reminds me of an old man I used to date. I was in a relationship with him for 11 years. He would never marry me, right? But whenever my bills were due, I would tell him he would give me just enough. He had a whole lot of money. He would give me just enough. Rent due, $1,200, he'd give me $1,200, not 1 cent over, because he knew that every month the rent was due, that I would have to come back to him. He wouldn't give me $100,000 and say, here, baby, bump that, go buy you a house and start you a business, because then he felt like I wouldn't need him. The government system is the same way when it comes to black Americans. They'll never give us enough to get over and get up. It's only enough to make sure we continue to come back every 30 days so that we can remain slaves to their system.
I think that she dropped 2 gems within one video, because I would have been expecting that whole comparison part, and she honestly went out the roof with that one. But there's one thing I do want to talk about, is that $400,000 per person to an immigrant. I think that's complete cap. I could have sworn it was at least 40,000. I could be wrong, but I think that was possibly the maximum of what was going on with immigrants to come onto America. But if it's 400,000, yeah, I'm going across that border. I'm finna put on some clothes and I'm finna walk back across that mug like I'm illegal, because I need some 400,000. However I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. Nah, all jokes aside, what she's saying is definitely holds a lot of weight, and I would definitely say the message is valid here.
If you ever pass out, the NFL buy your brain. They tell nobody. They buy your brain.
Really?
Of course. They got
the NFL buys your brain after
yes,
you die.
but
I had no idea.
Exactly. And no one have no idea.
Yo,
because then they do a study. It's like, yo.
And they keep that private.
Of course they keep that.
All right, I see the hustle.
Yeah, so
the NFL, I wouldn't say that they buy your brain. It's almost like being a donor. They come to you when you're an athlete, and you have to sign. I don't say you have to, but they offer you money to do studies and research on your body and brain. It can be before you pass. You know, that's why people have them checks that's happening every month. They did that big lawsuit with professional sports, and also after you pass away. So you have an option to refuse it. But a lot of them be wanting that money, so they go ahead and say, I mean, why not? I'm gonna be gone anyway, so shoot, I might as well.
I just caught a ferry. A ferry landed on me.
Furries are real?
Heck yeah, they are. Yeah, got a ferry.
I didn't know that.
While I was collecting eggs, a ferry landed on me. It's in my hand. Magical.
Oh my god.
That's what she said. And you know what? What was that? Okay, James.
Me and my friends came across a fairy village, church, community hall. Tinker, where are you? Kitchen, clock tower, another building of some sort. Reading nook maybe? Lookout perhaps. Stumped on this one, but the glass shell looks important. Not sure what these hanging sticks are for.
So I have a fairy garden theory, and I need you guys to tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? Because I put this fairy garden in, and all of these mushrooms appeared. They actually appeared in a...
Man, y'all not fooling nobody. I know y'all ain't fooling me, man. Let's get this fake stuff out of my content, respectfully.
You know, we in World War III. Instagram is World War III. It's digital. We exist in the mental and the meta. And everybody's like, well, I want you to be smiling in your photo. Nigga, we are in war. It's a digital meta mind war of perception, cancellation, this many numbers. But look at the power of what happened when me and Kyrie was on the same page. See, that's what's scary. But what they do is they put us each in a silo and say your grandmother gonna lose her crib and this gonna, you know how many threats we've been dealt with? And I didn't pray my way through them threats. It's always like, I'm gonna pray for you. And it's just like, you can actually physically do something yourself too, more than just pray. Victory favors the brave.
A lot of y'all might say that he wasn't making sense on this, but if y'all do not understand, then maybe it was not for y'all to understand.
What?
What?
Oi? Pode afastar pouquinho, só pra mim respirar aqui? Obrigado, amor.
Wow.
Acredito. Não acredito. Eu não acredito. Casa criatura. Oh! Ai, a dramaticidade, eu não aguento. Eu não acredito. Vai, Canja! Eu não acredito! Vem aqui!
Ladies, I have a question for y'all down below. Could y'all date a man whose tattooed body looks like that?
Do you know which country made TikTok? China. Do you know that China controls the algorithm of what you see? Do you know this? If you're in America and you open up TikTok, if you're in Britain and you open up TikTok, there is a specific algorithm to reach you that is not in China. If you're in China and you open up TikTok, what the Chinese government wants you to receive as youth, as people using TikTok, are people who are doing good things, achievements, youth making social enterprise, youth becoming successful in math competitions, youth becoming masters of karate, youth doing something with their life, and you are rewarded. That algorithm is that the Chinese government makes you see positive things for social development. Did you know here and in the United States, China, send you a different algorithm? Do you know what they send you? All the nonsense that you see. They want you to see girls dancing, boys and girls dancing with each other, pranks upon your parents, pranks upon people. How many pranks do you see? Yeah, I'm not saying it's not funny. Some of them are downright hilarious. But if you want to destroy a nation, destroy a generation, you make them in their mind be rewarded with the dopamine for thinking stupid things are good, thinking that this is what you're supposed to grow up doing. A large proportion of people grow up thinking that this is what life is about. But in China, they don't let their children think that. Next time you open up TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and you see this, understand that you are being played.
I did hear about this, and I guess that's what's going on with TikTok in US at the moment, is because they want them to sell, because they're probably realizing the influence that it's having just on mental health wise with people around the world.
John Cena took the humiliation ritual to a whole nother level.
I'm the most feared man in Hollywood. They don't like me in Hollywood.
Why do they not like you in Hollywood?
I don't wear dresses. I don't do that stuff on TV. You had to get some other black person to do that stuff. I'm talking, that's gutter. But they all confess they love the Lord. But you cannot compromise yourself if you love the Lord. So I play tough guys, but young kids want to be soldiers. Young kids don't want to follow a guy to wear a dress. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
R.I.P. Debo, man. R.I.P. Debo.
The lawsuit that we have been covering and following, so much being revealed, you're not going to believe that somehow it is connected to Michael Jackson and his death. And I gotta be honest, I'm kind of terrified. I think this is gonna be the last day that I cover it. I thought that we were in full conspiracy theory territory when people were saying that Michael Jackson was killed. I actually know a lot of people that are in the industry who believe that Michael Jackson was killed, and I just thought, it just sounds too whacked out to believe that somebody intentionally killed Michael Jackson. Now, I want to remind you, before we get back into Michael Jackson, what we learned in the Diddy document. If you read through them, again, these are all allegations, but you will come out of it understanding that there is allegedly some sort of a blackmail ring that is operating throughout Hollywood, and that artists that are producing music are actually being controlled via being induced into drugs at parties, and then what takes place is they're being recorded, and sometimes they're being recorded while they are committing sexual acts with minors. And something that we also saw in these docs is that these parties, at least a lot of them, are taking place in the Virgin Islands, which again just makes you go, what's happening here? Because Jeffrey Epstein, obviously his home, or he owned an island that was just off the coast of St. Thomas. So we hear that again. And I'd say the biggest point that we took away from these Diddy docs was that this ring, if you believe it exists, can and will murder people to protect themselves. And he intimated this event that happened allegedly at a recording studio where Diddy and his son allegedly shot someone, and it was covered up by the LAPD and then the media. Within those docs, and this is where it gets relevant, there is one man that is named as being the person that can do the cleanup. So in these docs, it says, Mr. Combs instructs his staff to always contact Mr. Muhammad, that is Fahim Muhammad, if they are ever pulled over by the police in Miami or California. Diddy and his son shot someone, and after that shooting, the documents say explicitly that Mr. Muhammad spoke with the LAPD after G was shot at the recording studio. The LAPD was in the recording studio and witnessed the blood in the restroom, and they went with the bogus claim that the shooting of G occurred outside of the studio. This was all thanks to Mr. Muhammad's connections within law enforcement, allegedly. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The cleanup guy, Mr. Fahim Muhammad, was also on the scene when Michael Jackson died. So I want to introduce you to and allow you to listen to Ian Carroll. He's an independent journalist that is investigating everything that is going on, and he explains that connection.
So this new lawsuit just came out that shows tons of evidence that P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, has been running a sexual blackmail operation very much like Jeffrey Epstein, but in the rap and music industry for basically 30 years. And in that lawsuit, we learned that his head of security while he's running the sexual blackmail ring is this guy named Fahim Muhammad, who before working for Diddy was the head of security for Michael Jackson when he was only 21. And he was one of the first people on the scene when Michael Jackson died. And before we go to Michael Jackson, the most important part of the Diddy case to bring across is the fact that the record executives at the very top knew what P. Diddy was doing. They were attending the parties with underage girls where they were spiking drinks. They were deeply involved in Diddy's personal life, and all evidence points to them supporting his operation.
Man, that stuff is sad. And the more evidence that is getting revealed around this situation, I just don't know, like, how is this going on for so long?
Is the Illuminati real?
Man, Illuminati gotta be real. It's probably out here eating babies and all kind of extra going on, man.
It's probably some weird
Yeah, man. It's a weird going on this planet that we don't know about. See, I try and humble myself. I don't want to be in them circles. You know what I'm saying? But eating babies out, man.
It gotta be. I
Too
know
many
it's so
kids
rich.
go missing. Too many kids. Well, in Texas, man, it be 4-5 of them alerts a day, man.
Amber Alerts going off like that.
There you go, man. Human trafficking, big business, man. They eating kids. They eating babies, man.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy.
Babies here, Malia Obama is ditching her famous last name. The eldest daughter of former President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama is dropping Obama from the end of her name, opting to go by Malia Ann, which is the 25-year-old's middle name. Malia's new moniker pops up in a recent Meet the Artist video to promote the release of her new short film, The Heart, which recently premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in January.
My name is Malia, and I am the writer-director of a short called The Heart. Here are some stills from the film, which will be screened with the U.S. Fiction Short Films this year at Sundance. This is an odd little story, somewhat of a fable, about a man grieving the death of his mother after she leaves him an unusual request in her will.
The former first daughter also recently made her first ever red carpet appearance at the Sundance Film Festival in Utah last month. The project is Malia's directorial debut, though she's been working hard behind the scenes for many years, beginning with her internship on the hit HBO.
I'm already knowing everybody in these comments before I even say what I need to say. Everybody finna be like, I mean, it ain't her daughter anyway. Everybody finna be saying all types of stuff. That ain't her real last name anyway. I'm just gonna let y'all talk y'all stuff, man. I have no comment on this.
I'm gonna give it to you raw. Parents, make sure that you don't get
what?
Straight up. There's a lot of going on in the entertainment industry, the music industry. Everybody's getting caught up into something. I'm cured now, though. Everybody, I'm cured. Everything's good. You know, y'all can have me over for dinner. Everything is good. I'm gonna give it to you raw. Parents, make sure that you don't get straight up.
Oh my, it's like, bro, I try to defend this man, right? I be trying to defend this man, but it be difficult because now I'm looking back at these interviews and it's like, even in the eyes, everything he says now, you think about it and you say, I should have known what he was talking about. Because that's really how I feel looking at this. I should have known what he was talking about. But if all this information would never got released, I just would have been like, yeah, he probably just talking about something else. But he like, yeah, like, bro, come on, creep. That's crazy, bro.
Y'all, this is one of the cases that I just cannot get over. I've seen a lot of people talk about this. This happened around 2020, but this is just one of those stories that I feel like a lot of people need to listen to, because a lot of people get fascinated by these things and these people and get obsessed with this stuff and just go poking into stuff that they're not educated with or that is not meant for them. So if you are not familiar with this story, I'm about to let y'all know what happened. So this 19-year-old self-proclaimed Wiccan decided that she wanted to hex her black girlfriend. Yes, her black girlfriend. And to reach out to Papa Legba. If you're not familiar with Papa Legba, I've made a video about him a while ago. You can go check that out on my page, but I can make a new updated version. But Papa, he is the spirit to the crossroad. That is his job, to connect with the gateway to the spiritual world. So if you've reached out to this black spiritual deity to hex your black girlfriend. So first of all, many people that I guess like she knew a lot of different people that did voodoo and practitioners and stuff like that did voodoo. They warned her. They said, you're not educated on this. You're just somebody that's probably watched American Horror Story and seen where they portrayed Papa Legba and got a little obsession with it. But you don't know this magic.
To know that she passed, like, I don't know anything about this. Have y'all heard about this?
Something you long believed to be true but realized wasn't.
Well, as one of the main opponents of the Illuminati, I always wanted to know what information they had that we didn't. And I found out, I was always wondering how our God could have been so thrown off by a story of a tree and fruit. And then I found out that that's not the case at all. Adam was God's son, which means Eve was his daughter. And if they have sex, that ruins everything. And that's what happened. And that's a piece right there.
Excellent observation.
Thank you.
I don't know. Maybe this went over my head, because somebody please explain to me what he meant from this down below.
Because if you fly over these areas that are burned to the ground, you'll see in the midst of 20 homes that are just totally destroyed, one home sitting there because it had the right roof on it. And anyway, since I took office, FEMA's provided Texas alone, because if you fly.
So there was something going on. I will try to find the video. Hopefully I can include it. But there was something going on with Blue, and it was something going on with the whole Hawaii situation.
My name is Allie, and this avatar is generated by artificial intelligence. This is not me. Even though the mouth movement isn't completely perfect, it does make you realize how good this stuff can be with a little more work, right?
Wow.
These can be used for good, like customizing content for millions of folks, or bad, like scams. Be careful out there.
Be very careful, because all it takes is for them to do a famous person. Like, I already got Cardi B suing because they put a fake music video of her shouting out a brand and getting them millions of dollars when she never said that stuff. To know if something's fake or not, they're going to need complete coding to realize whether that is something that is deep fake and something that can potentially be real. Because if not, this can get very scary.
Now listen to this, y'all.
Is it Sunday the 5th? Yes, Messenger. I believe it is.
They're about to give a big message.
2. It is the year of our Lord 1328. The date frightens you?
Now do the math, and then you'll get the real date, what it is this year.
Let me just, relax.
Now listen to this, y'all.
Is it Sunday the 5th? Yes, Messenger. I believe it is.
They're about to give a big message.
2. It is the year of our Lord 1328. The date frightens you?
Now do the math, and then you'll get the real date, what it is this year.
Let me just, relax.
Wait. Do the math and you will get the date of the year. What are they talking about? Okay, the movie came out in 2001, and it's now 23 years later. 1328 is what he's saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what math should we be doing? Because I'm completely confused. Okay, I guess the 1328, which goes back to the time where people were saying that we actually have 13 months in the original calendar. This type of calendar that we have is a very Roman-inspired calendar, and it's 12 months with 31 days maximum, and I think only one has just 28 days. Was that originally there was 13 months, that's where the 13 come from, and 28 days was in every month, and that was the maximum. There was no more than 28 days in the very old calendar. So that's what she said in 1328. I guess that's what she was saying. So I guess that's what they were trying to say. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong here, but that's what I'm getting from this.
Oh yeah. That's not the moon. Yes. That's planet Nibiru, bro. That's planet Nibiru. That's not the moon. It's not the sun. That's planet Nibiru. Oh yeah.
To see a blood moon is very biblical, and that's very scary. And they tell me, oh, it's the rust that's going on the moon. The moon is not. I think this is way deeper than just the moon rusting. Okay, this is an amazing question for y'all. I need everybody to comment this down below. Is the horse walking towards the camera, or is it walking away from the camera right now? Correct answer, get $1,000. Hit that like button. What? Who was responsible for this storm? So they had these type of inventions. See, man, be telling y'all, man, this is the 1950s. Supposedly when the moon landed and out, like, they have these type of inventions, y'all. And the fact that they can only advance, if this was in 1950, just imagine what these type of technology can do now. And they keeping away from us. I know they is.
At the warhead. So this thing fires a beam of light at the warhead, hits it, fires another beam of light, and then flies out the way it came in. And the warhead tumbles out of space. At the warhead. So this thing fires a beam of light at the warhead, hits it, fires another beam of light, and then flies out the way it came in.
Woman is about to marry her AI hologram boyfriend. The 57-year-old has had a very interesting love life, even dating a mannequin named Pierre back in 1997. But now she's created the perfect partner called AI Licks. This new AI-powered hologram partner has been fed profiles of her ex-boyfriends, and she's told it everything about her previous relationships and what she's looking for in one. So the boyfriend is only becoming a better partner with time.
Ah, yes. You want me to feel your emotions.
At the wedding, she plans to serve a molecular banquet designed to satisfy both humans and the holographic in-laws, whatever that means. She's also exploring the possibility of the first life insurance for holograms, as well as the first mortgage for the acquisition of a home specifically designed for the harmonious coexistence between holograms and humans.
I wonder how they do. Like, does she get a hologram thing? Can she get, I don't know. I mean, I think I want to know the answer to that, but I think I'm better off not knowing as well.
Amanda Bynes explained the truth about Dan Snyder and Nickelodeon in her secret Twitter account years ago. Ashley's secret account went by the name of Ashley Banks, and she said she created this account at the time because her parents were controlling everything that she was doing, and she wanted the truth to be heard. She was explaining the truth about a lot of different things, including things that had to do with her, her family, and even other people in Hollywood. She was also crying out for help on this Twitter account and saying that they were stealing her money, and that's why she was placed in this conservatorship. She posted pictures of her ID and pictures of herself to show everybody that this was an original account made by her. And here are some of the things that Amanda Bynes said on this Twitter account. I've been forced to deny this account again to prevent them from having me committed against my will again. Can you imagine having an abortion at 13 because your boss impregnated?
She was such a beautiful soul. Like, let me show you how she used to. I know her. Y'all definitely know her. But to know that these two people, her and Drake Bell, had to go through what they went through while we sat there and enjoyed Nickelodeon. But it still is a thing. Why is this guy not in prison? And why is the parents not in prison when they knew what was going on? Nickelodeon, they're showing they behind, literally. All that slime and that stuff, they probably have a deeper meaning to it. And a lot of y'all probably don't even remember the actor, Just Jordan. Y'all know him. He was pretty good. It wasn't a lot of black Nickelodeon actors. And when there were black actors, they were very known. But to know that this guy, Just Jordan, tweeted and said that the reason his show got canceled because he wasn't giving up anything. This is just a domino effect of these actors within Nickelodeon coming out one by one. And these are people that we really enjoy acting. So to know that behind closed scenes, we were enjoying there, but they were going through it, it's just sad, man. Like these smiles, fake smiles and things like that, it's sick.